After suffering their first loss of the season last week, the Ole Miss Rebels hit the road to Norman to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, Oklahoma is favored in this game by 4.5, which is a bit of a funky line, but we'll get into why I do think that that's where it is. They're coming off of an absolute drudging of South Carolina, where their defense flexed their muscles, and their offense really found a sense of a rushing attack, which is a good sign for Oklahoma. And Ole Miss is coming off of their first loss of the year at Georgia in an absolute shootout. Now, this is a total style clash between these two teams. Ole Miss wants to play these games in the 30s and 40s. Oklahoma wants to win games like 14-10. So we'll see which style prevails in this game. Ole Miss's offense is third in the SEC in yards per game, and they're fourth in total points and points per game. Oklahoma has the best total defense in the SEC, the best in total points, and the best in points per game. That is a serious good-on-good matchup whenever Ole Miss has the ball. On the other side, Ole Miss has the second worst rush defense in the SEC, and they're fourth worst in total points allowed. Oklahoma has the fifth worst rushing offense in the SEC, and they're 10th in total points. So that's a bad versus bad. But is there a bit of an edge for Oklahoma offensively to run the ball? Because Oklahoma found a bit of a pulse on the ground against South Carolina. Now, Carolina's run defense is bad. So overall, I don't buy a lot of stock in that performance. But Ole Miss's rush defense is worse than Carolina's. So if Oklahoma is able to get, say, 95 yards from Torrey Blaylock, some more from John Mateer to really open up a bit more of a passing threat, that's going to be big for the Sooners. And also, Trinidad Chambliss. He was fine in Athens. He had some explosives, but a lot of those yards, if you go back and look, they came from receivers after the catch on intermediate throws. And he was only 19 of 36 through the air. So I think the environment and the defense kind of got to him a little bit. It was by far his most inaccurate and inconsistent game of the year. We've seen him look very comfortable at home. That game on the road, I didn't love it quite as much. And Oklahoma, they can really rush the passer, whereas Georgia cannot. So if Trinidad is under pressure, especially on the road, I'm worried about how that is going to impact him and the Rebels offense as a whole. I think that Oklahoma is able to win this game. I think they are. I think that the spread kind of tells you, like, you got Oklahoma up by 4.5. Ole Miss is only one loss, playoff contender, like, really good team. Oklahoma's look slow. I think the line tells you the Sooners really do have an advantage, and it comes on the defensive side of the ball with what they can do to Ole Miss's offense. So give me the Sooners to win this game, probably just by one score. I think it'll be competitive, but give me Oklahoma 20-20, something like that, and the Sooners get another win, and Ole Miss drops their second straight.